Hey guys, I am so excited to talk to you guys about Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This book was fantastic. It was just so good. I don't know about you guys, but when I have a really bad day and I'm in a bad mood and I, for whatever reason, I usually do one of two things to kind of like calm me down or get me like in a better mood. One of the things I do usually is I just talk to people and I vent and I just get off whatever's on my chest and I kind of release some stress. It usually works and I'll just kind of feel better after sharing it and maybe get advice, and I worry and stress about so many things. It's ridiculous. I just need to calm down most of the time. The other thing I do is I read, and for a little while I'm kind of like just out of my crazy head and I'm in a new story, and usually by the time I'm out of the story I'm like in a good mood again. So anyways, yesterday was one of those days, not a very good day, and it was about I think 10 at night or so. So I thought, Anna and the French Kiss, I should just read that. So I picked it up, and I'm not kidding you, I have done this before, but it's been a little while. I did not put the book down until I finished reading it. What the heck? I had nothing better to do. I was grouchy. I could read all night if I wanted to and sleep all day until my class at 3. I was golden. And I did that. I'm not joking. I did not put this book down. It was so ridiculous. So I did not rush through this though. I did enjoy every bit of it. I took my time. It was exactly what I needed. Like, to a T, perfect. I woke up, I was in such a good mood. I was so happy from this book. And when I woke up the next day, today, I was just so happy. I'm still really happy. It's so good. For those of you who have not read the book, let me tell you a little bit of, the storyline. There's Anna, and she is going into her senior year of high school, and she lives in Atlanta, Georgia with her mom and her little brother, and she's got friends there in her school, and basically her dad is just like, hey, you're going to Paris to boarding school because I'm a classy man. What? I would be freaking out just like she did. I mean, why? It was her last year of high school and she has to go to another country, and she doesn't even speak French. She took Spanish in high school. So she goes to France and she leaves behind her family, she leaves behind her friends, she leaves behind her school, and she even leaves behind a guy she was interested in. And she gets to Paris and she's just so bummed out because she's in Paris, and she ends up going to the School of America in Paris? It's SOAP. And she meets her next door neighbor Meredith, because she lives in a dorm. She's also a senior. And then Meredith kind of introduces her to Meredith's friends, and one of her friends is St. Clair. And St. Clair is super dreamy. There was actually one quote in the book that explains it like super well. St. Clair, it's a French name, English accent, American school. Anna confused. So St. Clair is he's just wonderful and handsome, and he's got a British accent, and all American girls love British accents. He's just so... There's a problem though. He has a girlfriend. I am a sucker for romance, guys. I am such a hopeless romantic. Like, I love stories like this. I don't care if it's kind of predictable, because it does not take away from the story. It's so good. Even if I could have maybe guessed how this book would have ended, it doesn't matter, because the book was so good. This book made me laugh. Oh my gosh, there were so many funny parts in this book. So I'm not really going to tell you much more because I don't really want to spoil anything, and I just want you all to read it. It's so good. It's just fantastic. It's a really light read. It just makes you feel so good and just so happy. It just puts you in such a good mood. So if you want those things, I recommend you go pick it up. And the rest of us are going to discuss this in detail. I love the setting of this book too, by the way. I didn't mention that. I love that it was in Paris. I know hardly anything about Paris. One of my favorite parts, it was so funny when she was in the lunchroom and she was trying to figure out how to just order some food because she doesn't speak their language, and it turned out later that guy's like, I speak English, you could have been talking to me this whole time. And then she's looking at the grapes, and they're all dirty and they're muddy, and she's dabbing at them, trying to clean them, and then all of a sudden she realizes that St. Clair and Meredith have stopped talking, and she glances up and they're staring at her, and she's like, what? And St. Clair goes, oh, nothing, continue your grape bath. They were dirty. And then, oh my gosh, I don't know. Just like the things he would say. You're great, Beth. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it was so early in the morning. I don't know. But there were just a lot of little funny things he would say. And that just cracked me up so much. I loved it when Anna was talking about, like, I mean, who sends their kids to boarding school? It's so Hogwarts. I mean, mine doesn't have cute boy wizards or magic candy or flying lessons. I love that right away that she mentioned Harry Potter. I love it when he's like, that's so pants. Or what does he say? Oh, that was pants. Pants! Oh heavens, that's cute. I love that. What would you do with a motorized swimming pool snack float? Use it in the bathtub. This book was just so good. It was so funny. Oh my gosh, I love St. Clair so much. He's just so fantastic. I loved it when he was drunk, and well, that was really actually after a sad part when we find out about his mom and stuff. But I knew it. I knew as soon as he got drunk, I knew he was going to say something to Anna. I totally guessed it. I knew he was going to say something about liking her, and then he totally did. And she was just kind of like, oh crap, oh crap. And then he threw up on her. Ugh. Then Anna, trying to be like a good friend and stuff because he was drunk and she didn't want to hold him accountable. It was like the next day when he talked to her, she's like, oh no, we just talked about your mom. And later on, he's just like, why did you lie? Why didn't you tell me that you did hear that? And that, like, I guess he thought like she was, you know, not interested after that. Oh my gosh, I love Thanksgiving break. Oh, it was so cute. They were in there, they were like in the whole dorm, like together, just by themselves, and it was so romantic and everything they did, and how like he went into her room, and it wasn't like, I mean, it was awkward for them, they said, kind of, but it was so like romantic to me, and that he didn't want to be alone, and like everything he's going through with his mother, and how like, it was so funny when they're both just laying there like fully dressed, and he's like, would it be weird if I take off my belt? And then everyone else came back and ruined it all. I love the part at the airport when they, that was so cute, and I'm like, oh, what are the chances? Lucky you guys, you get to go on the same plane and all this. And then, because I was like super nervous about her going back home and what she was going to find. And then the hilarious part when he's like talking to that guy, asking if he could switch because like of his pregnant girlfriend. Oh, that was such a good idea. So whenever Anna goes back home, I didn't really think about it before, but once she got back and she shows up and her best friend Bridget is like playing the drums, and then Tosh, what's his real name? I don't even remember his real name. Let's call him Sideburns because I don't really like him, and that's what St. Clair was calling him. The Sideburns that they're playing with Bridget, and all of a sudden I just realized, oh no, what if, no, Bridget wouldn't have done that. What if they're dating? Oh no, and I was like so worried, and then they were stupid Sideburns, stupid Bridget. I felt so bad. I mean, even though I don't care about Sideburns, and I totally want her to be with St. Clair and stuff, and they're so cute together, still, she doesn't deserve to be treated like that, and I was so angry. I wish he would have been there, St. Clair, and he could just punch him in the face and just, I did love it. I loved it later when he punched, was it Dave in the face? Oh, that was so great. And I was so angry whenever he started spreading rumors about her, probably because he was just jealous and upset and stuff because she, like, dumped him, and he's, like, piece of crap, and he starts telling everyone how like she's a slut and stuff, and oh, I loved it whenever he punches him and he gets detention because Anna's already in detention, so now they can just be in detention together. And I love how he's like 2 weeks, 1 week per arsehole. So funny. But I love that when she does go home and it doesn't like feel like home to her really anymore, and how she like calls him and they just talk for hours and hours, and like over Christmas, like New Year's, like when the ball drops and they like celebrate together on the phone. I thought that was so cute. It was super nerve-wracking. I was like reading it whenever they like got after Christmas, like whenever they met up again and everything was so different, and she realized like, holy crap, I'm so in love with this guy, and it just like hit her, and they like meet in the park, and oh, it's just so romantic, and they hug, and oh, it's so good. And then even later in the park, like they're kissing, and oh, I love that his mom ends up being okay, and that he finally admits that he loves her, and that he's broken up with his girlfriend, and that they can be together, and she loves him too. Oh, I just need to stop. Oh, I just can't help it. It makes me so happy. I'm so glad, and I was so bummed, and I knew like it would work out with the colleges, and I was so happy she thought of like the deal with his dad with like where he'd go to school, and they're gonna go like really close to each other. He's gonna be only like 20 minutes away from her, which is so fantastic. This book, oh my gosh, it's just a really nice read and it just makes you happy and it's just so fantastic. I recommend it to everyone. So go read this book and get a big smile on your face. I can't stop smiling when I think about the book. My cheeks are starting to hurt. Okay guys, well, I hope that you're all having a great day. Please go read this book. Please go do yourself a favor. And I will see you soon. Bye guys. Bye.